Join the call for electoral reform to ensure free and fair elections with integrity.
Thou shalt not bribe. Thou shalt not treat. Thou shalt not impersonate.
Join the leaders of civil society, organizations, and political parties. Gabriel Christian.
The time is up.
Adelaide Paul. Dale Dangleman and other patriots overseas live via Skype.
The man is a psychopath.
Ezekiel Bazil. Danny Luge. Joshua Francis. Hector John. Joseph Isaac. And Lennox Linton of the United Workers' Party. Team Dominica. Enough is enough.
Papa God, save Dominica, my God, Lord.
Stand to save Dominica this Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Lago, Roseau Central.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
Football. The Dominica Football Association presents the launching of the first ever National Boys Under 15 tournament on Sunday, January 29th at the Windsor Park Stadium from 1 p.m. The island will be divided into 6 districts as they battle each other out for football supremacy. Come one, come all, from far and wide to support the future of Dominica's football stars. Then from 6 o'clock, it will be the final match of the season for the newly crowned champions, Central Cooperative Credit Union Jubilee Football Club. When they take down a surgical surface. It's football. This Sunday at the Windsor Park Stadium. A small contribution will be collected at the gate.
It's correct.
Real beer.
Grab them by 6 bars. I come in to take my seat. I got the blue and gold. This carnival. Buy 2 6-packs and get a chance to win these amazing carnival prizes. First prize, 2 carnival costumes each from Amnesia and Hysteria. Second prize, 2 tickets to Feathers each. Sunja, boat cruise. First prize, 2 t-shirts from Carrier Bam T-shirt band. And fourth prize, 3 cases car. Simply write your name and contact info at the back of your receipt and drop in a promotional box to qualify to win at all leading supermarkets island-wide. Draw ends February 20th, 2017. Terms and conditions apply. Correct.
Drink responsibly.
From you wake up every morning, you's a winner, yeah. And y'all know I need you to soca in the city. Soca in the city.
Soca in the city.
Brand new events for the carnival season. Thursdays from 9 p.m. till the Boardwalk Restaurant. Soca selection. Dominica's heavyweight. DJ Smooth, DJ Spawner, Major, Mr. Digital, Labadi, DJ Sly, DJ Median, DJ Flip the Ball, DJ Matthew, special guest, international DJ, station attractions, carnival displays. Welcome to Soca in the city. Starting Thursday, January 12th. Partners include Appleton Estate, Karen, Kira Vodka, Bully, Mira Entertainment, Vibes Radio, and Digicel, the extraordinary network for extraordinary events. Welcome to Soca in the city. Digicel Carnival. Purchase a new prepaid SIM to receive 1 gigabyte free data on your smartphone. Plus, get free credit for 3 months. This carnival, jump over to Digicel and get the best value. New prepaid SIM, 1 gigabyte free data, plus 3 months free credit. Promotion ends February 28th. Digicel Carnival. Digicel Carnival. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Rally for the cause of saving Dominica.
Papa God, save us, save country.
Country's going down. Lawlessness, rape, murder.
This Thursday night from 7:30 p.m. Lago in the capital city. Enough is enough. A massive national public meeting. Join the call for a public inquiry into the corruption of citizenship by investment program.
That's what's selling cheap. For citizenship.
Join the call for electoral reform to ensure free and fair elections with integrity.
Thou shalt not bribe. Thou shalt not treat. Thou shalt not impersonate.
Join the leaders of civil society, organizations, and political parties. Gabriel Christian.
The time is up.
Adelaide Paul. Dale Dangleman and other patriots overseas live via Skype.
The man is a psychopath.
Ezekiel Bazil, Danny Luge, Joshua Francis, Hector John, Joseph Isaac, and Lennox Linton of the United Workers' Party, Team Dominica. Enough is enough.
Papa God, save us! Save Dominica, my God, Lord!
Stand to save Dominica this Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Lago, Roseau Central.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
Welcome to Q95's Lunchtime News Update for today, Thursday, January 26, 2017. In local news, attorney Anthony Astafan is of the view there is no need for Gabriel Christian's recommendation of a commission of inquiry to investigate the sale of Dominica's diplomatic passports. Last week, U.S.-based attorney Gabriel Christian called for a commission of inquiry in hopes of creating a more transparent and accountable government. Astafan says the government will not be forced into any action based on lies. He insists a commission of inquiry is unnecessary to give credence to the lies of the opposition. In other news, weekly paid workers in Barbuda have begun receiving their outstanding wages after the government dispatched a $945,000 check from central government. Sources at the Barbuda Council told Observer Media that the workers who were owed 4 weeks' wages received 2 weeks' wages on Tuesday, and they will get the remaining 2 on Thursday. The payment comes 6 days after Prime Minister Gaston Brown said during last week's budget presentation that the monies would be paid. The issue of late payments goes beyond the current administration, and the approximate 500 workers employed by the Barbuda Council have long complained about their inability to provide for their families. And Greece's Supreme Court has ruled against extraditing 8 Turkish soldiers whom the Turkish government accuses of being involved in last July's attempted coup. The 8 men fled in a helicopter to Greece after the coup attempt, but say they were not involved. Presiding Judge Georgios Sakis said the men were unlikely to receive a fair trial in Turkey. Turkey said the decision appeared to be politically motivated. And this concludes your Lunchtime News Update. I'm Linda Martin. Do join us again at 4 for the Prime Evening News Update. Good afternoon.
Somebody says, man, before we start, talk on the block. Can you play this one? All right. Your wish is my command, brother. Happy birthday to Keandra Vital, from your mother, Mavo, Jeff in Maryland, your brother Kyle, and sisters Vernie, Jolene, and Rhonda, not forgetting her grandmother, Veron. So Keandra Vital, happy birthday from your mom and the rest of the family. Talk on the block in a minute.
The street and play the gun. That's no fun, no. Sure ain't no fun, oh no. 'Cause I think
Dominica, we continue to watch this very interesting story. And as I told you before, we have some new information. Townsend Fontaine told me earlier that he had new information to suggest. This passports that we're talking about for about 2 to 3 days now may have been paid millions of dollars. Now, my question today, if this passport was paid $2 million plus, did that money go into the consolidated fund? Thompson Fontaine, good afternoon to you.
That's a very good afternoon to you and to your listeners. And as you rightly pointed out, the news of this major development is now beginning to catch on the international media. And reports have started to circulate in the national press that Montfarret, in fact, paid $2 million for the purchase of the diplomatic passport. And they're further suggesting that these $1 million went to, and I'll use the words used in the article, to corrupt government officials.
Repeat that. So $2 million went to corrupt government officials, and that you're quoting what article, Thompson Fontaine?
Matt, let me give you the exact source of this particular article, because I think it's important for the public to know. I'll have to move my position up a little bit because I'm trying to pull it up on my phone there, and my internet seems to have failed me. So let me see if I can pull it up. But what I will do, my internet seems to be down temporarily.
So let's shift a bit there, and you'll come back to that particular article and where you quoted from, Thompson. But what is the reaction? I'm interested in knowing what is the reaction in the international press and out there, especially in the Washington area.
But there's a very interesting development in the sense that they are now saying that it appears that Iran did this extradition out of the Dominican Republic via Cuba and Moscow without the knowledge of the U.S. authorities. And the suggestion there being, since Montfort is also wanted by the U.S. authorities, it appears that there was no collaboration between the two countries. And basically, Iran is doing that as a coup for them and for the security services, and that they were able to nab Montfort, who they claim was living a life of luxury in the Dominican Republic. They were able to grab him without knowledge of the U.S. authorities.
So the U.S. was also interested?
Right, the U.S. was also interested in him because, bear in mind, he was wanted. He's wanted for evading sanctions, which were, you would recall that it's the U.S. that actually took in place those sanctions. They were the main architects of the sanctions against Iran. And so the suggestion there is that it was like a coup for Iran in the sense that they were able to go around the U.S. authorities to get Montfort, basically snatch him out of the Dominican Republic and get him to face trial. And as we indicated yesterday, they are suggesting that most likely Montfort will face the death penalty because of the similar, if you like, punishment as we met it out to individuals who were involved in similar activities as he's been accused of.
Very, very interesting. Have you been able to tap on that article quoting $2 million for that passport?
Yes, ma'am. I'll send you the link as soon as my internet comes back up. I'll certainly send that to you so you can give it to your listeners. But
that is a bigger story there, Thompson. I mean, $2 million not going to the government of Dominica because clearly, according to what I'm picking up, it was not paid into the consolidated fund. So some person out there, some agent out there may have pocketed.
Not the agent. Let's not confuse the diplomatic passport with the regular passport on the CBI. The diplomatic passport does not go for the agent. Those diplomatic passports are handled directly by the government officials. You will recall in the case of Ndweke from Nigeria, that was hand-delivered by Prime Minister Skerrit. In the case of Susan Oldie, it was hand-delivered by PM Skerrit. So this is not going through any agent. So whatever transactions are done, whatever exchange is done directly between the government officials and the individuals receiving the diplomatic passport. So it's important for Dominicans to understand that. We're talking about two completely different scenarios. Right?
So some government official picked up $2 million.
Absolutely, Matt, on that particular passport. Yes.
Are we talking EC dollars here or US dollars?
$2 million US dollars. Matt, but that is consistent, with the price. You would recall that a few years ago, that Stephen Isidore was trying to solicit the sale of a diplomatic passport, and that's the figure that's quoted to this particular individual. The letter was published in all the newspapers, where you're telling this particular individual that for $2 million, you will have diplomatic immunity, you will have ease of entry into different countries and so on. So it is not surprising that is the price that was paid in this particular case by Mr. Montfort.
So somebody is suggesting, maybe the Prime Minister could be implicated. Is that a possibility?
Sorry, Matt, could you repeat the question, please?
See, somebody suggesting to me whether the Prime Minister may be implicated.
Matt, absolutely. I mean, bear in mind, Montferrat received his diplomatic passport because of his close association with Prime Minister Skerrit. I mean, we have the pictures to show it, to the extent that Montferrat felt comfortable enough to open up a trade house in Malaysia called My Dominica Trade House, where he wined and dined the Prime Minister. We have photos. We have tons and tons of photos of the Prime Minister living it up in Malaysia basically as a guest, Mr. Montferrat. Montferrat presenting, for example, the Prime Minister with a portrait of himself and his wife, and so on, presenting his Franklin Baron with a check of $10,000 US. We have all of these evidence, had photographs that were published on the My Dominica Trade House. Although this site has been taken down, but we've maintained the content of that particular website. So we now have that in our possession as proof positive that is because of the relationship between the Prime Minister of Dominica and Mr. Montferrat that he was able to receive his diplomatic passport. So the question that Prime Minister Skerrit needs to answer to the Dominican public is it true that Mr. Montferrat paid $2 million? And if he did, to whom was that money paid, and where is that $2 million? And while he's answering those questions, he should also answer the other questions with the other diplomatic passports that have been issued to the other individuals, like Duetti and Corrado and so on, how much was paid in this particular case. But bear in mind, these individuals, they are not going to receive this diplomatic passport for nothing, because there is nothing that different can point to that Montferrat did for Dominica, absolutely nothing, other than the pack of lies that were published on the internet about building hospitals in every corner of Dominica. That was on the My Dominica Trade House. Montferrat did absolutely nothing for Dominica. So that notion, as we heard from the press release of the Foreign Ministry, that somehow they're employing individuals who can help Dominica. I challenge this government to present a single case in all of the tens of passports that have been issued, to give me one single example where Dominica has benefited directly from the services that those crooked diplomats have provided. I challenge them on that. And that is what we need to be talking about. Where the benefits to Dominica? So somebody's benefiting. These crooked diplomats, they are paying for that privilege. They're trying to hide the cloak of immunity. But I'm thankful that it is not working. And hopefully the message will go out to all the crooked police, to all the crooked diplomats, would-be diplomats, that at the end of the day, whatever immunity they think they can buy from a Dominican diplomatic passport, it is non-existent. Because countries like Iran, when they're ready to issue justice, they will bypass those rules and come after these individuals.
But I'm just reading there from a paper in Iran, which basically suggesting that unless this Babak man, Montferrat, returns this $3 billion, he will be executed.
Yes, man, that's exactly what the Iranians are saying. You either return this money or you face the death sentence. I mean, and the Iranians have done so, right? They've shown it. Actually, the partner, the very close business partner of Montferrat is right now on death row. He was sentenced last year to death. The year before that, in 2015, another gentleman who was involved in a similar practice was actually executed. So the Iranians are not playing when this is concerned. And you know that they're very quick to use the death penalty. So Mr. Montferrat will up the penalty. The question becomes, how much will it tell the authorities? How much will Mr. Montferrat, in a bid to save himself, to save his skin, how much will he reveal about the possible involvement of the Dominican government in his elaborate scheme to launder those billions of dollars? And that is what I think all Dominicans are waiting to hear.
Wow. More twist in this big story there. I keep repeating, it reads like a script from a Hollywood movie. Just one at a time.
Yeah, Matt, so we are waiting until hopefully when the Prime Minister returns from his quote-unquote working visit to Greece, he will face the Dominican public and answer those questions. He cannot hide behind the cloak of Tony Astafan. He cannot, let me tell Mr. Skerrit, he cannot hide behind the cloak or behind the lies of Anthony Astafan. He needs to face the Dominican public who put him there as the Prime Minister. We need to face us and answer those questions. These are legitimate questions that we need to know. And there's a very real possibility that coming out of this, that there will be some punitive actions against Dominica. We are beginning to hear noises that something may be in the works, and it's quite possible that Dominica will, in fact, suffer as a result of those most recent revelations.
It appears, I will repeat, that Dominica was protecting the fugitives for months.
Absolutely, and that's the other question. From the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we now know that they knew as early as January of 2016 that Montserrat was on the Interpol most wanted list. They knew that. The question is, why did they allow him to remain in Dominica unhindered, untroubled for 9 months? And also have a question that needs to be posed to our own police chief, Mr. Cameron. Obviously, when an alert, Dominica is part of the Interpol network, if an alert is issued for a fugitive, it would go to the Dominica police. The question is, why did the police not act, knowing that Mr. Montserrat was in Dominica all of those months? Why did they not act to go and apprehend him as the police did in the Dominican Republic? These are questions that are very troubling to me as a parliamentarian. Very troubling, I believe, to Dominicans, that you can have criminals of such high worth criminals living in Dominica unhindered, untroubled. This is very troubling, man. What kind of society are we building in? Dominica is our rogue country where we can now harbor all sorts of criminals and crooks and despots. I mean, that should not be Dominica. It is clear to me, man. It is clear now, and you read it this morning from the old station. They knew as early as January 2016. We now have proof that Montserrat stayed in Dominica until September. I personally saw him in Dominica in February.
Well, I'm telling you that I spoke, and I will repeat that the person in charge of that house where he stayed spoke to me yesterday and revealed to me that he owes him some $15,000, and I'm being told that he left bills that's like as much as $5,000 for some some business place in the city, as much as $5,000. You know, things are just leaking. Somebody just called me from one of the country communities there and said, they remember he put in some hundreds dollar bills in one church in the north. So a lot is now surfacing at this time.
Yes, indeed. So Dominicans saw him, and Matt, if they mind, the Dominican government knew, because according to them, which I still don't believe, according to them, they revoked his passport after they found out that he was wanted. The question is, why did they allow him to remain a full 9 months in the Commonwealth of Dominica without collaborating with the police authorities of the world as they should have done? That is the right thing to have been done. They should have turned this guy over to Interpol.
So who was protecting this guy in Dominica, Thompson?
Sorry?
Who was protecting this guy in Dominica?
But it had to be from the highest levels. Because as I said, this Interpol notice would have gone to the government of Dominica and to the police. They would have known that Montserrat was wanted, because according to your own foreign affairs minister, revoked his passport when they found out that he was wanted. The question is, if they knew that he was wanted, the alert would have been clear. If you know of the whereabouts, report it to Interpol. Why was that not done? Why did they conspire at the end of the day to secret him out to the Dominican Republic? It basically helping. So the question for us, Matt, is whether or not the Dominican authorities are complicit in the harboring of a known criminal. And
I will tell you again from my sources that top government officials were seen during those months he stayed in Dominica socializing with that particular individual, and some top lawyers as well was seen.
Yes indeed, Matt. It shows again, as I've been saying, that this is a greedy government. They have put greed and the need to make money above everything else. These are individuals who are blinded by greed, and they simply need to go. Our country cannot take more of this kind of leadership.
Thank you very much, Thompson Fountain there. 128, we're taking more phone calls. This is getting more interesting by the minute here. Hello. Caller. Are you there? No, you're not. We're taking another phone call.
My brother, blessings to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me give Dr. Thompson some thanks and praises and blessings and glory for at least assisting us, because I know he's on the ball. Wherever you are, sir, more blessings, more glory. Matt, you there with me, sir?
I'm here.
Matt, if that is the case, all what I'm hearing, Roosevelt Sir is supposed to be picked up by Interpol because he's aiding and abetting a criminal in evading the international police. Interpol. I mean, if he stayed in Dominica for all that time, yes, okay, you revoke his diplomatic passport. But Matt, as the brother was asking you, that's the Christian brother, did you ever hear nothing about that brother being an ambassador, Matt?
No.
Alison Madrique? No. That Francesca Corallo? No. Where are the monies? And the questions are still being asked, as I heard you ask it a while ago. Where are all these millions they paid for this diplomatic passport? So isn't Roosevelt Skerrit at risk of being picked up? Now I heard he went to Greece, the poorest country in Europe, where the European Union had to bail them up with a couple billions of dollars, and Greece don't know which is going to pay it back. Did he really went to Greece? Is it a cover-up?
Well, I'm hearing there, and that came directly from his press attaché there, Dominica's Prime Minister, the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, currently on a working visit to Greece. Mr. Skerrit is accompanied on the trip by Dominica's non-resident ambassador to Greece, Lennox Lawrence, Minister for Housing, Lands and Water Resources, Reginald Austri is acting Prime Minister.
Isn't that a vague report, Matt? We're still left in the dark. It is saying nothing.
Well, it's a working visit.
Working what he's going there to do? I mean, work is work, Matt. I can go and work to peddle anything, to do anything. It's work, and it's my definition of work. So could it be that he's going to try to cover up or pull some strings for him to come out unfazed, Matt?
Well, it's a fair comment from you, but it's an assumption, okay? So we'll have to wait and find out when the Prime Minister comes back. What were you doing in Greece? Hello, talk to me.
Hi, good afternoon, Martha.
To you.
And to your listeners, Matt. Yes, Matt, this morning someone talked about immigration and the passport of this man in question. And you said, well, maybe not immigration here. You said maybe. But, Matt, I remember after the last election that I said we have to watch the electoral office and the immigration office as well, because of how the Labour Party agents were registering foreigners one after the other, and how it seems that they were getting citizenship for them to register them. So, Matt, we must note, and I say not dismiss that immigration office. We have to watch them. Thanks.
Thank you very much. 1:32 is the afternoon time. Somebody says boots on the ground tonight. Bowie is coming down in droves. We're going to come back, Dominica, right after this.
Get up, stand up for your right.
Rally for the cause of saving Dominica.
Countries going down, lawlessness, rape, murder.
This Thursday night from 7:30 p.m. Lock on in the capital city. Enough is enough. A massive national public meeting. Join the call for a public inquiry into the corruption of citizenship by investment program.
That's what's selling cheap. False citizenship.
Join the call for electoral reform to ensure free and fair elections with integrity.
Thou shalt not bribe. Thou shalt not treat. Thou shalt not impersonate.
Join the leaders of civil society, organizations, and political parties. Gabriel Christian.
The time is up.
Adelaide Paul. Dale Dangleman and other patriots overseas live via Skype.
The man is a psychopath.
Ezekiel Bazil. Danny Luge. Joshua Francis. Hector John. Joseph Isaac. And Lennox Linton of the United Workers' Party. Team Dominica. Enough is enough.
Baba God, save Dominica, my God, Lord.
Stand to save Dominica this Thursday night 7:30 p.m. Lago, Roseau Central.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. From you wake up every morning, you's a winner, yeah. And girl, now I need you to soca in the city. Soca in the city.
Soca in the city.
Brand new events for the carnival season. Thursdays from 9 p.m. till at the Boardwalk Restaurant. Soca selection. Dominica's heavyweight. DJ Smooth, DJ Spawner, Major, Mr. DJ Sly, DJ Median, DJ Flip the Ball, DJ Matthew, special guest international DJs, station attractions, carnival displays. Welcome to Soca in the city. Starting Thursday, January 12th. Partners include Appleton Estate, Carib, Kira Vodka, Bully, Mira Entertainment, Vibes Radio, and Digicel, the extraordinary network for extraordinary events. Welcome to Soca in the city.
Some information reaching me suggests, and of course I think the opposition leader spoke about it, Iran requested the assistance of Dominica to hand over the diplomat. They asked the Dominica embassy in Havana for help. I asked the question, when did that happen? The response, in June. The request was made to our embassy in Havana. Somebody says, Matt, it's only talking. What is the next move due to all the corruption in your face all over these years? Hello, talk to me.
Yes, good afternoon, Matt. Good afternoon to all your listeners.
Yes.
Matt, I just hope the people of La Plaine, which live in our way, they are listening to what's happening to us in Dominica. So they will come down and correct what they have done to us. Good afternoon, I'm listening.
Another suggestion here, Matt. We have another ambassador to declare that is on the run, and we have the information, of course, which would turn this government into turmoil. Just wait, my brother. Let this one take its course. Are you there, caller? You're not. Another phone call. Hello.
We have to pray for our country, but let the evil government go to the dust. That's all I'm saying.
Digicel Carnival. Purchase a new prepaid SIM to receive 1 gigabyte free data on your smartphone. Plus, get free credit for 3 months. This Carnival, jump over to Digicel and get the best value. New prepaid SIM, 1 gigabyte free data plus 3 months free credit. Promotion ends February 28th. Digicel Carnival. Digicel Carnival.
It's correct.
Real beer. Grab them by 6 bars. I come in to take my seat. I got the blue and gold. This carnival. Buy 2 6-packs and get a chance to win these amazing carnival prizes. First prize, 2 carnival costumes each from Amnesia and Hysteria. Second prize, 2 tickets to Feathers each. Sunja, both crews. First prize, 2 t-shirts from Carrier Bam T-shirt band. And fourth prize, simply write your name and contact info at the back of your receipt and drop in a promotional box to qualify to win at all leading supermarkets island-wide. Draw ends February 20th, 2017. Terms and conditions apply.
Correct.
Drink responsibly.
From you wake up every morning, you's a winner, yeah. And girl, now I need you to soca in the city. Soca in the city.
Soca in the city.
for the carnival season. Thursdays from 9 p.m. till at the Boardwalk Restaurant. Soca selection. Dominica's heavyweight. DJ Smooth, DJ Spawner, Major, Mr. Digital, Labadi, DJ Sly, DJ Median, DJ Flip the Ball, DJ Matthew, special guest international DJs, station attractions, carnival displays. Welcome to Soca City. Starting Thursday, January 12th. Partners include Appleton Estate, Carib, Kira Vodka, Bully, Mira Entertainment, Vibes Radio, and Digicel, the extraordinary network for extraordinary events. Welcome to Soca City. Digicel Carnival. Purchase a new prepaid SIM to receive 1 gigabyte free data on your smartphone. Plus, get free credit for 3 months. This carnival, jump over to Digicel and get the best value. New prepaid SIM, 1 gigabyte free data, plus 3 months free credit. Promotion ends February 28th. Digicel Carnival. Digicel Carnival.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Rally for the cause of saving Dominica.
Countries going down, lawlessness, rape, murder.
This Thursday night from 7:30 p.m. Lagon in the capital city. Enough is enough. A massive national public meeting. Join the call for a public inquiry into the corruption of citizenship by investment program.
That's what's selling cheap. For citizenship.
Join the call for electoral reform to ensure free and fair elections with integrity.
Thou shalt not bribe. Thou shalt not treat. Thou shalt not impersonate.
Join the leaders of civil society, organizations, and political parties. Gabriel Christian.
The time is up.
Adelaide Paul. Dale Dangelman and other patriots overseas live via Skype.
The man is a psychopath.
Ezekiel Bazil. Danny Luge. Joshua Francis. Hector John. Joseph Isaac. And Lennox Linton of the United Workers' Party. Team Dominica. Enough is enough.
Save Dominica, my God, Lord.
Stand to save Dominica this Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Lago, Roseau Central.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
Football. The Dominica Football Association presents the launching of the first ever National Boys Under 15 tournament on Sunday, January 29th at the Windsor Park Stadium from 1 p.m. The island will be divided into 6 districts as they battle each other out for football supremacy. Come one, come all, from far and wide to support the future of Dominica's football stars. Then from 6 o'clock, it will be the final match of the season for the newly crowned champions, Central Cooperative Credit Union Jubilee Football Club. When they take down a surgical surface. It's football. This Sunday at the Windsor Park Stadium. A small contribution will be collected at the gate.
This Saturday, Newtown, Savannah, 8:30 p.m. History will be created when the Dominica Calypso Association with headline partners Heineken and Flow present the greatest Calypso quarterfinals ever. Can former Monax Caressa, Daddy Chestasha, be observer, Weezer and Tronada stamp the authority? What about Beno, Bob, Checa, Checo, Crispy, Comforter, Hexy, LY Junior, Sahila, Shadow Flow, Soulful, Stefan, Jammer B, JD, Genius, Lucas, Vicky, Omi, Trinity, Theta, Web. Okay, and ladies, Leona, Janae, Dallas, Stingray, National celebrate female supremacy. The 2017 Calypso quarterfinals. 33 Calypso giants, including 6 former Monax, 6 ladies, 20 will be triumphant. The rest will sub their ones in Livia Canawi for 12 months. Who will fall? Who will stand tall? Newtown, Savannah, this Saturday. Manchester.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
Rally for the cause of saving Dominica.
Papa God, save us, save country.
Country's going down, lawlessness, rape, murder.
This Thursday night from 7:30 p.m. Lagon in the capital city. Enough is enough. A massive national public meeting. Join the call for a public inquiry into the corruption of citizenship by investment program.
That's what selling cheap. For citizenship.
Join the call for electoral reform to ensure free and fair elections with integrity.
Thou shalt not bribe. Thou shalt not treat. Thou shalt not impersonate.
Join the leaders of civil society, organizations, and political parties. Gabriel Christian.
The time is up.
Adelaide Paul. Dale Dangleman and other patriots overseas live via Skype.
The man is a psychopath.
Ezekiel Bazil. Danny Luge. Joshua Francis. Hector John. Joseph Isaac. And Lennox Linton of the United Workers' Party. Team Dominica. Enough is enough.
Papa God, save us, save Dominica, my God, Lord.
Stand to save Dominica this Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Lago, Roseau Central.
Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
Football. The Dominica Football Association presents the launching of the first ever National Boys Under 15 tournament on Sunday, January 29th at the Windsor Park Stadium from 1 p.m. The island will be divided into 6 districts as they battle each other out for football supremacy. Come one, come all, from far and wide to support the future of Dominica's football stars. Then from 6 o'clock, it will be the final match of the season for the newly crowned champions, Central Cooperative Credit Union Jubilee Football Club. When they take down a surgical surface. It's football. This Sunday at the Windsor Park Stadium. A small contribution will be collected at the gate.
We're back. It's 1:45 in the afternoon. The Digicel Power Hour is on from 12 to 3 p.m. Today only. Top up $10 to $100 and get double your credit on your main balance. More value with Digicel. Hello, talk to me. We're going to the overseas line at this point. Hello.
Good afternoon, lover boy. How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. It's a pity I'm not there tonight, but my spirit will be there in full force, lover boy. Full force, my spirit will be there tonight, lover boy.
Okay. All right. I'm sure we will feel your spirit. It's 1:46. Hello.
Matt, I want to divert slightly. But
divert at this time?
No, we there. You there with me, Matt?
I'm here.
Matt, having to do with all foreigners having our diplomatic passports and getting preferential treatment. Matt, you have Dr. Kelsick, Dr. Dale Dungleben, you have Dr. Christian, cannot even operate in our hospitals. Look, Chinese are going to flood our hospitals. Matt, all kind of criminals have our diplomatic passports. And what are Dominicans afraid of, Matt? What is our fear? What is our concerns? Why we cannot just flood the Roseau tonight, Matt? Please, people, show up. I'll be there, Matt, with my 1 foot.
All right, blessings. Looking forward to seeing you there. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, good afternoon to you and to your listeners.
Uh-huh.
In the clipping that you play, the gentleman from Salisbury say, Papa God, help us. Save this country. Papa God will help us because he say, God help all those who help himself. We cannot just sit down there and call on Lord to help us. Matt, this is a democratic country. This is a civilized society. And we are calling for the resignation of Mr. Skerritt and his entire cabinet. It is Charles Savre who taught us how to demonstrate, Matt. We must never forget it's Charles Savre who taught us to demonstrate and who tumbled the administration of Patrick Rowland John. Today he is sitting in the White House. Let us come out in large numbers to Roseau tonight, but not just come out for coming out sick. Coming out and demanding the resignation of Roosevelt Skerritt and his administration. Failing to do so, Matt. Riot should be in Dominica because that damn nonsense must come to a halt with our passport. Crooks and criminals left, right and center have Dominica passport, and Mr. Skerritt as the cover-up come in and lie. Tony Astafan, who suffered some lie, who won some Liagra, come in and talk about Thompson Fountain and all sorts of crap, Matt. We cannot continue because we will suffer. We are traveling every day, Matt. Our children will never have a future. Matt, I am prepared to die for my country. That damn nonsense must come to a halt.
All right, Kopal. All right. It's 1:48. A little tone down there, okay, Kopal? Hello, talk to me.
A couple of things, Matt. Kopel forgot to mention the terrorist attack on Karam's house in Cook Street, perpetrated by Severin. The terrorist attack on the Karams. And if Karam is listening, he can give us an account of what happened. Matt, Greece is a NATO country. Britain is also a NATO country. Britain is a stone's throw away from Greece. If the opposition can contact the British, Scotland Yard can pick up Scarrett in Greece, charge him with an international crime of harboring a fugitive. Just a phone call to Scotland Yard will do that. So I'm asking the opposition to ring Scotland Yard to pick up Scarrett in Greece. Thank you.
Hello, talk to me here. Yes. Mola. Yes, but your phone is sort of breaking up there.
You getting me now?
A little better.
Yes. Well, I follow in Gopel. I agree to die, Kalinago. I agree to die for my country. For my children. Coming behind.
A lot of people are prepared to make some personal sacrifices, I see, for their country. Hello. 4493095-150. Talk to me.
Good afternoon to you, man.
And to you too, ma'am.
Thompson Fountain, we need a bus.
Thompson Fountain, your people say they need a bus. Let's try to keep this as peaceful as possible, okay? Hello, talk to me.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
First, something coming to my mind, and I'm wondering, really, who Dominica belongs to? Does it belong to one set of people, or it belongs to Dominicans? And I want to call on Dominicans. We are seeing the state of our country, where it's heading. I will speak always on behalf of my community or my village, because I can see my village is going down, by Salisbury. And the country is going down. And for those who are trying to insulate and, keep Roosevelt Scarrett and his regime in power, a regime that is bringing our country down to the gutter, to keep him there. They're doing everything to keep him there. I wonder how they're thinking if this country is not theirs. Enough have been done. Enough damage has been done to this country. And we need to repair now. And the only way we can repair these damages, Roosevelt Scarrett and his troop, his vagabonds, have to leave the office. They have to get out of there. And then Dominicans will realize that these were the people that were bringing down the country. So I need Dominicans to go out in full numbers. Dominicans, stand for Dominica, because Dominica belongs to you. You, just say it's mine. And we need to do something seriously about it.
All right, caller, thank you very much. We're coming mighty close to wrapping it up. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, you know what that crook and that criminal could have done to the leader of the opposition? Because the leader of the opposition lives in that area.
But nothing happened to the opposition, okay? Nothing happened to the opposition leader. You're saying what he could have done. It's all the way in Iran now. Nothing was done, okay? Thank you very much. We're moving on. Thank you. Dominica, we're going back to Washington, joining Gabriel Creston. Gabriel Christian, you heard all the spins this morning and news that the passport of the international fugitive was cancelled and revoked way back January 2016. What do you make of this new twist, Gabriel Christian?
Well, first of all, this criminal enterprise, it's done. Nobody's going to work with it. That is reasonable and sane. It's done. And my advice to this is to resign. My advice to Justina, whose husband was hounded to death by the voters, and she should resign. Is to Dr. Daru, who I taught at the grammar school. If he knows what for him and his constituents, if he has any decency left in him, if he's not part of the cabal and taking the money, he also show some grit and resign. My dear friend Robert Town, he's young, he's new, he comes from a very nice family. I consider him my friend, and perhaps he too should resign. Robbie, don't destroy your family's record of service to this country. Your father, Curtis Tong, is one of the most brilliant persons on our island, hard-working man, graceful man. Resign today, Rob. Do it for your father. Do it for your mother. Do it for your country. You're not supposed to be this time at this dark hour. Let me just speak about Montferrat. Mart, when did the government say to the Dominican population that it appointed an Iranian as an ambassador? Can you tell me, sir?
No, I can't.
Okay, so you're telling me about the cancellation. I'm not interested in the cancellation. I want to know about the appointment. I want to know about the process. I want to know whether we are a democracy, whether we are a country where there's rule of law. Can you imagine the U.S. president appointing ambassadors or Russian mobsters? Can you imagine that? The Prime Minister's children were born here. Many Dominicans live here in the United States and send money home, build their homes in Dominica, travel here. Would the English Prime Minister do that and still stand? Would the Canadian Prime Minister do that and still stand? Now it is to go on in Dominica, and we wonder why Dominica is making no progress. Dominica gets no progress with that crew. Yeah, we need to resign now. It looks like a fortress, like a fortress. But that's what they do. They lie, and when they're caught, they lie again. And when they caught documents, and then they send out their bulldogs and those who say that they were fooled 3 times and other 3-card monkeys and jokers, and it makes no sense. And for us, as a people of intelligence who have high schools and have university graduates, want to be accepting this foolishness at the 11th hour is a shame and a disgrace. So it's done. No decent Dominican, no non-international scene will come to Dominica and invest in Dominica. We can't work with this government. It's a quizzling government. It's a terrorist government. And that's why I ask those who are not quizzlings and traitors to the country to leave. So we can have a transitional government that will look after the criminal investigation and commission of inquiry and prepare for new elections. That's the demand, and that's the demand we shall make, and we shall make it to the world.
You will be addressing tonight via Skype, Gabriel?
We hope to be able to speak to our people, our long-suffering people, our people who are allowed to see the destruction of the agriculture sector and then asked to come to the ministry where the Prime Minister gives them money. Where's that money coming from, Matt? What has happened to a public service? What has happened to the old traditions of public service, of invoices and vouchers and order? There's no order in Dominica. It's lawless right now, run by a lawless group of men. And their associates, some of whom are women. I'm not trying to accuse Justina Charles. She's my friend, I think. Justina, if you know what's good for you and the people of Grand Bay who've been let down, you'd resign. What has happened in Grand Bay over these 14 years? Nothing. What has happened in Portsmouth over these 14 years? We have a government that have more Portsmouth people in it than at any time in our history. Shameful what they've done. They're just taking care of themselves and their cronies.
Hold there, Mr. Gabriel Christian. I heard the statement from the Hang this morning on Kyrie FM from Tony Astafa. I want you to react quickly before we wrap it up.
And Linton says that the government has no moral authority to appoint a commission of inquiry. Well, then he must have his own commission of inquiry under the bamboo trees. or the mango tree somewhere. Because this government, this Prime Minister, is not going to be pushed into a corner or caught or forced to do anything based on lies. You don't need a commission of inquiry to tell us that the man's diplomatic passport was cancelled a full year before his arrest.
All right, let's have a quick reaction from you, Gabriel Christian. I'm sure we'll hear a lot more tonight coming from Tony Astafan.
I don't respond to Tony Astafan. He's beneath me. He's beneath contempt. I respond to the people of Dominica and the Prime Minister who was elected, who has not spoken. Francis Barron, who is elected and under the rules of our country, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, who's not spoken. I don't respond to Tony Astafan. His days are done.
Thank you, Gabriel Christian. We'll hear from you tonight. We wrap it up right here on Q95, the big station.